Disclosure, Abundance and the Galactic Federation's Organizational Structure. March 5, 2013. Wes. Greetings to you on this day, dear friends. I'm wondering if you could give us a general update in relation to the delivering of disclosure and the truth of your existence. Pleiadian High Council. With love and admiration for each of you, we will be happy to prove our insight into this inquiry. At present, we are monitoring the collective energy levels to determine what the best course of action in relation to disclosure is, and we are looking upon a couple of different options. The Ascended Masters are helping to oversee many of the matters relating to the delivering of abundance to every soul on your world, and we have been working from a myriad of different positions and on a myriad of different projects, one of them being the ongoing attempt to push disclosure through in small doses into your mainstream media so that the collective perception, which is largely turned toward your media, can begin to be opened up to and become aware of the reality of our presence, our wish to assist you and as well, your ongoing cycle of evolution that has largely been kept from you. We are working on the softer aspects of disclosure at present while keeping an open eye on the collective energy levels and admiring the work so many of you have already done to see our presence acknowledged and eventually accepted. Your governments have been very resistant to delivering disclosure. Some of them for reasons of control and others for political reasons, and while we cannot yet give a concrete prediction as to which nation could be the first to disclose our existence fully to your entire world in a very blatant manner if they were to stop stalling, we can say that we are also still following upon the potential course of disclosing ourselves if your governments continue to stall or their respective parties and the people behind the scenes continue to bicker amongst each other about the bringing forth of disclosure and the bringing of your world into the age of Aquarius. There will be so many advancements and truths coming with the issuing of disclosure, and we are pushing our Earth allies more than ever to continue in their agendas and to complete the immediate items on such agendas, which are related to a greater releasing of revelations about us within your media. Again, we are also working increasingly to bring forth small revelations, and each piece of news you see about a UFO sighting or a potential Earth-like planet which is reported in a neutral manner, is the result of both our actions and those of our Earth allies. Wes. Well, thank you so much for that explanation, dear friends. Knowing the importance of staying away from time-based matters and expectations, is there a general time frame you can offer us for the issuing of disclosure? Pleiadian High Council. Please remember that we are not bound by your physical and time-based limitations, but we can say with optimism that events are being pushed forth in a much stronger manner than ever. There have indeed always been potential time frames, because your reality is built upon potentials that you the collective take and manifest, and we could continue to point out potential manifestations with the added explanation that you manifest these potentials based on your emotions and a plethora of other factors and circumstances. We could tell you of these time frames which are always coming and going, because in every moment you are subconsciously feeling and working with the potentials, and one of such potentials is always the complete disclosure of our existence. You can collectively manifest this potential and affirm that it be pulled in and manifested in your reality, and doing so will aid us tremendously in being able to push disclosure and the very ideas of our existence and spirituality through to a collective that has been blocked up and unable to receive many of the startling truths and pure energies and perceptions the higher realms have to offer. We will always and forever encourage you to get in groups and mediate upon the delivering of disclosure, abundance and a plethora of other things that will drastically change the condition your world has been in. While there are always potential time frames, you are manifesting them or casting them aside to be recycled and used as a potential in the next moment of your creation, and we will continue to work with the energies, and under the limitations we are given to help you bring about the confession of our existence on the part of those who have hidden it from you for so long. Of course, dear souls, you can get active in a physical sense along with uniting in groups and meditating upon disclosure. You can protest and let those who have attempted to rule you know that you are ready for the truth come out. You can truly do this, and we will be by your side to help you see it through. Wes. Are there any general tips you can offer us for getting active and exposing truth? Pleiadian High Council. So many souls have already been so very active in exposing and bringing forth truth on your world, and something we strongly advise is realizing where you personally fit into the Earth collective puzzle, because when doing so, you will be able to work from your corner of perception, anchoring as much light and exposing as much truth as you possibly can in any given moment. Getting active means just that. Allowing laziness and complacency to fall by the wayside and be replaced with a sheer drive and motivation to complete every facet of the task at hand. You can find and realize motivation in yourselves, and in doing so, you can work to motivate others around you to realize their specific piece of the puzzle and themselves get active from a spiritual and physical point of view. Each one of you carry the pure love of the Creator within, and we would not want for you, dear souls, to feel as if you are limited or unable to expose the truth of all that's been done, for again, much of this truth has already begun to be exposed, and now that the first and some of the most important revelations have surfaced and been accessed and remembered by so many of you, you can take the foundation of knowledge and insight you have built upon and work to discover and spread even more truth, even more awareness, even more light out from within yourselves. This light, truth and knowledge will radiate out for absolutely every soul on your world to feel and benefit from, and the general collective awareness and growth that will be facilitated will move mountains. Wes. Thank you so much, dear friends. I know that I'm excited to continue building upon this higher dimensional foundation. Pleiadian High Council. You and so many others, dear Wesley. We see and feel in the minds and hearts of many of you that the awareness and higher dimensionality intended to be re-accessed in this time are finally beginning to spread and garner understanding of the illusory nature of the reality you find yourselves in. Wes. Indeed. Well, dear friends, we are in the third month of 2013 and we've been told that we will be creating a lot of change and making a huge impact upon the surface of the Earth. Is there anything that's happened or will be happening that we should know about, that has helped to anchor in the new paradigm? Pleiadian High Council. Oh yes, dearest Wesley, so very much has happened that your media will not yet confess to you. Our presence is indeed becoming generally more accepted by an increasing number of your population, and those of you who have become fully aware of and welcoming to our presence have done so much to anchor the understanding of our presence unto the collective energies and frames of perception, that our aforementioned goals in bringing forth subtle and then bold disclosure in your media has been aided tremendously. If we could speak again on those efforts for a moment, the continual missions and causes of each of you and the dedication you have shown to them have been strongly rooted in the collective energies, because you are radiating and bringing through yourselves the very idea of our existence which, at present, is important to be spread within the collective. While so many of you feel as if you continue to work toward a paradigm that doesn't seem to be manifesting in your physical reality, we say that your efforts in remaining diligent to your work and your missions are making it much easier for us to gain more headway. The Ascended Masters have recently been able to secure very important funds that they intend to have their and our Earth allies distribute, and there is a possibility of this distribution being televised with a full explanation of what is happening and as well, an explanation that it will be happening all over the world. Please understand, dear souls. We say this not to bring up hopes or expectations, and this possible happening is a part of the field of potentials you can collectively bring to and through yourselves and see manifested. However, with the decreasing ability of your cabals to sabotage plans we bring forth and express through channels or plans that are expressed by insiders, we are able to detail some of these possibilities and as well, remind you of your strong manifestation powers as a collective. No matter the manner in which it is brought about, abundance will be delivered to every facet of your world and each of you will be living the sovereign future you have wished to live in for so very long. So very much more has happened that for the most part, we are still unable to detail because it is still too sensitive to be expressed and have your cabals pick up on, but if you look outward in a healthy and balanced manner and in a way that makes allowance for the understanding of everything that is happening at this time and the sovereign future you are heading into, you can and will be able to see the increasing signs of change being manifested on your dear planet. Wes. Thank you, dear friends. I trust that much is happening beyond the veil to anchor our future. I think I'll change the discussion up a bit, and ask you what it is like to be a part of an entire federation of ascended beings. Pleiadian High Council. We will be happy to provide our insight on what it is like to be a part of the Galactic Federation. This federation we are part of is comprised of a myriad of galactic and ascended souls and collectives who have awakened to the higher realms. We have united in the one common goal of helping any and all lower dimensional planets and civilizations to see the light, and we deliver our communications to humanity as a facet of that goal. We are so very happy and honored to be a part of this wonderful federation, and we all hold meetings amongst the entirety of our federation quite routinely on the ascension of your Earth and that of multitudes of other lower dimensional planets whose collectives are ready to see the light and reunite with the pure realms of our Creator. We hold meetings amongst ourselves as well, with our specific races and with each specific council comprised of our respective races. Wes. How does the, for lack of a better word, hierarchy of the Galactic Federation work? I've heard about so many of your different councils, and I'm wondering what the organizational structure is there. Pleiadian High Council. Our hierarchies as they are perceived are very similar to those of the Company of Heaven, which we are indeed a part of as well. If you wish to label how we organize ourselves as a hierarchy, then we would prefer it to be seen as one based upon the soul growth of each individual who is a part of each individual council. Souls who are just beginning to grow into the realms of the fifth dimension, or souls who have evolved from one of the lower dimensional celestial bodies in our star system which, for the most part, humanity has not yet discovered, will be given the choice to be a part of our councils of the Galactic Federation and work with us to serve others and to serve our Creator. Some choose to join our councils, while some chose to take different paths. Some of which involve joining other councils or organizations, or training with and being an active member of the council of another race comprising the Galactic Federation. Each soul is given the full choice as to what they wish to do, and their actions are never controlled. We live a sovereign and free higher dimensional existence, and absolutely nothing can take that away from us. Those who choose to join our councils are first admitted to a beginner's council where they learn the ropes and the general recommendations and, if you wish to call them this, guidelines. As you perform a specific duty while a part of the beginner council, you are trained as you learn and grow into further positions of serving others which act in accordance with your higher dimensional soul growth. The lessons you are given and the service to others you perform as a part of the Beginner's Council pave way for new understandings and new abilities to serve others in greater ways. When you find you have served your position within the Beginner's Council, you move up to a General Council wherein the work you perform is heightened to match your newer levels of ability and understanding. The hierarchy continues in this manner, and one grows onward to our High Council and our Council of 9 before moving even further along in their higher dimensional growth as a soul. We are comprised in what we feel to be an orderly way and in a way that makes allowance for the growth of each of us and for the specific lessons we have charted out for ourselves to learn, and other galactic and ascended organizations use a similar structure. Wes. I see. Well, while there will always be more questions to ask, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up by letting you speak uninterrupted for a while. Pleiadian High Council. We will be delighted to do so, dearest Wesley, thank you so very much. The specifics of lower dimensionality and density you have allowed yourselves to take on, which some of you may feel as if we don't notice the difficulty of, is quite noticed and not only respected, but honored. You are honored, respected and loved throughout all of the higher realms for the situation you have incarnated into. You have rekindled a light that is so pure and grand, that if you could only see and feel even a fraction of it you would understand that there is no more need for doubt, negativity or sadness of any kind. For many of you, doubt of the higher realms has caused and fed a further blockage between you and them and between you and us as well. So many have forgotten their nature as spiritual beings, and you are just beginning to rekindle the flames of awareness and unlock the resulting higher dimensional understanding and perspective in yourselves. The fears and doubts of the reality of the higher realms and the existence of souls within the higher realms can make many of you feel so separated from anything positive, happy or good that you allow yourselves to sink into the muddy waters of depression and uncertainty, and the dense vibrations you bring through yourselves when doing this serves to hold you back. However, the many downloads you are being, which are of such a strong purity that they are delivered in many cases from increasingly purer etheric realms, are helping to wash away the mud from your minds and hearts and helping you to break your chains to the distortions and illusions of the fading earth experience. You have multitudes of galactic and angelic beings with you now, and we do not lie or exaggerate when we say that thousands of our ships are invisibly cloaked and stationed in your skies, and along with many other ascended souls, we are sending our energies and the communications imbued into them down from our ships for each of you to personally absorb and feel if you wish to. Specifically, we are communicating with you at present from a mothership that is stationed right outside of your planet. We could not bring this mothership into your atmosphere because of the size of it, and when we wish to we will simply detach a section of this mothership, a very large section of course, to fly down and land for you dear souls to see and enjoy. Oh yes, there will be so very much to do in our ships, and for those who may still worry by the time we are openly with you that we will use your exploration of our ships as a means to abduct you or do something else heinous and negative that our image has been associated with on your planet. We will at first keep our ships firmly on your ground for you to explore and only offer space travels to those who are interested and unafraid. You will find that there is no reason to fear your immediate future, and the myriad of ascended souls who will be with you will help you find the lighted energies and perspectives that will help you fully realize and know this. Truly we are all with you and we will continue to be, and we ask you to hold strong to your higher dimensional faith and resolve, for you are much more powerful beings than you have known. We wish to offer guidance and inspiration for each of you to take your own measures of and absorb, and we thank you supremely for attending this communication and for allowing us to speak and answer the questions our dear scribe has for us, which, in many cases, are strongly representative of the collective's questions and inquiries concerning us and our existence. We will continue to enjoy speaking to you in this format, and we will be with you in much more direct and real ways so very soon to help you see, feel and know the reality of our existence and presence on and around your Earth. Dearest Wesley, inquire about our underground bases in our next interview, as you have called it, because we have much information and insight to share about them and about the destruction of the Cabal's underground bases and bunkers, which are different from ours. Wes. Thank you to the Pleiadian High Council. I will be sure to do that next time. Pleiadian High Council. We extend our most heartfelt of thanks to you, dear Wesley, for continuing to allow us to speak through you and offer our perspectives on every matter pertaining to the raising of consciousness. Wesanak.com. AquariusParadigm.com